With her ability to control zones and block sightlines, VIPER is one of the strongest agents in Valorant. In this video, I will show you the best executes, one-ways, and post-plant lineups on one of her best maps, Breeze. If you're looking to take A site, you can stand on top of these barrels in this corner and aim your wall so that the line on your minimap cuts right on the edge of those stairs on site and just to the right of that doorway in the back of site. If you're looking for a safer route and you're willing to give up some site control, you can aim your wall so it cuts through the back corner on the second pyramid on site. A nice smoke that can go with either of these walls can be done by standing in this corner and aiming at the edge of the leaves on this roof. You can see as soon as I jump, the orb will land at the top of those stairs on site, so if you jump and immediately throw, you'll be able to block any sight lines from this doorway. Another good smoke can be done by standing in front of this line on this wall, aiming at this part on this metal pipe, and throwing it as soon as you jump once again. This will land right between the two pyramids, blocking any sightline from the back of sight. Now we'll go over some post-plant lineups. If the spike is planted here, you can retreat back into this hallway and stand right in front of this concrete rectangle. You can then aim at the tip of the highlighted section of this wall, right next to the shadowed section, and fire. It'll bounce off and land right on top of the spike. If the spike is planted here, you can retreat back to a similar place, except stand in front of the line on the wall, and then aim right at the corner of this cliffside on this wall here, and fire. If the spike is planted between the two pyramids, you can retreat back into the corner between the rock and this wooden crate, put the rightmost diamond of your UI at the top of this window seam, and fire. Another good lineup for this section is to retreat back into A lobby and stand in the corner between the rock and this wooden crate, and put the middle diamond of your UI at the top of this window and fire. If you're looking to defend a site, a good wall you can use is to stand on the left edge of site and line it up on your minimap so that it goes behind that double doorway in the hall. This will force anyone pushing up this way to push out of these two doors, and it also covers the main entrance from cave. There aren't a whole lot of very good one-way smokes for this map, and most of the time people use the one where you throw it on top of the lip of this doorway. And it's okay, but it's not very good. As you can see, there's a whole lot of visibility from both sides of it, even from the attacking side. However, if you stand on this edge, just enough to where you can see the edge of the wall next to you, and then you aim at the edge of the rusted part on the ceiling right here, and left click, it should bounce onto this lip of this doorway, which is much better. If you're looking to push one of the sites through mid, a nice wall can be set up from near your spawn behind this pillar. Aim it so the wall on your minimap goes on these boxes and to the left of the door, so that you can block any vision from the back. You will then have an easier time pushing either B site or A site from mid. A nice smoke that can go with this wall is to stand in front of these papers and put the letter of your smoke ability to the right of this dark brick on the pillar, and then jump and throw. If you're looking to defend mid, a nice wall can be set up from this corner in B site. Just make sure the wall on your minimap goes to the left of this pillar. This will block sight lines from pretty much every angle in mid. If you're attacking B site, a nice wall can be set up from this doorway, and make sure the wall on your minimap cuts through the back left pillar. This will allow you to easily take sight, as it blocks most of the sight lines that defenders will use. A nice lineup to go along with this is to stand in the middle of this circle, and then find this patch of the wall between these two tufts of leaves, and aim just a little bit above that, and fire. This will force anyone holding back here to move to the other side of the wall, and they won't be able to see you. A nice smoke to go along with this wall can be done from the same position, and aim at the dark part of these leaves on this wall. You can see on my minimap when I jump, the smoke will go in the back of sight, so throw it right after you jump. This will block anyone peeking from the back angle, leaving only one place for you guys to check before you push sight. Another wall that can be used to take B site can be done from the same position as the first wall, except this time use your minimap and put the wall to cut off both the entrances from the right side. A nice smoke to go along with this wall can be done by standing on this circle and aiming at the same place as you did with the snake bite before, and do a jump throw. This will block any sight lines from the back of sight. If the spike is planted here, you can then retreat back to this doorway and stand right in the middle of it, and then aim so this pink flower on these vines is right between this line and your ult symbol, and then fire. If the spike is planted on the left side of sight, you can come back to the same position and aim so that this pink flower is on the right side of this line on your UI, and then fire. If you're defending B site, you can set up your wall by standing in the back corner and then aiming so it'll cut off the main entrance and the end of it touches the mid pillar on your minimap. This will cut off the main entrance and a little bit of the places in mid-mid. There's really only one way I found for B site, and that can be done by standing at the end of this wall and aiming right between these two little metal fixtures on this wall and throwing. This can be used if you stand a little bit in the back of sight towards the end of this wall.